जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा रस बिहारी राधे जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण भक्त हनुमान सीताराम लक्ष्मण भक्त हनुमान जय बाल गोपाल जय बाल गोपाल जय बाल गोपाल जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा सुभद्रा माय जय सुदर्शना जय जय प्रभुपाद गुरुदेव प्रभुपाद श्रीला गुरुदेव नत्ताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नत्ताय गौर हरि बोल हे कृष्णा
हरे कृष्णा
प्रभु हरे कृष्णा माता जी
हरे कृष्णा हरि बोल everybody is calm now right we can start okay and we can start
हे कृष्णा ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतः सेवया भगवतीर्मुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च नमावों विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमती भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्नति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारणे नमावों विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती नामने शिवार्षभानवी देवी दैत्याय कृपाब्धये कृष्ण संबंध विज्ञान दायिने प्रभवे नमः माधुर्योज्वल प्रेमाढ श्री रूपानुग भक्तिद श्री गौर करुणा शक्ति विग्रहाय नमोस्तुते नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्तये दीनतारिणे रूपानुग विरुद्धाप सिद्धांत द्वान्तहारिणे नमो गौर किशोराय साक्षात् वैराग्यमूर्तये विप्रलम्भार सांबुदे पादाम्बुजाय ते नमः नमो भक्ति विनोदाय सच्चिदानंद नामिने गौर शक्ति स्वरूपाय रूपानुगवराय ते गौरविभ्रव भूमेस्त्वं नरदिष्ट सज्जन प्रिय वैष्णव सर्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथाय ते नमः वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेमा प्रधायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरतुष्टे नमः। पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपा स्वरूपकं भक्तावतार भक्ताख्यां नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपीश गोपिका कांता राधिका कांता नमोस्तुते। जयतां सुरतौ पङ्गुर्मम मन्था मतिर्गति मत्सर्वस्वपदाम्बोजौ राधा मदन मोहनौ दिव्यात् वृन्दारण्यकल्पद्रुमतः श्रीमद्रत्नाकर सिंहासनस्थौ श्रीमद् राधा शूलगोविन्द देवो प्रेष्ठालिपिः सेव्यमानो स्मरामि। श्रीमान् रासरसां हि वंशीवत तत्सित कर्षन् वेणुस्वनार् गोपी गोपीनाथ श्रीस्तुने तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्रीराधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण
Hare Krishna,
कृष्ण
Krishna
कृष्ण
Krishna,
हरे
Hare
हरे
Hare,
हरे राम
Hare Hare,
राम
Rama
राम
Rama.
हरे हरे। Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So today I just wanna discuss uh, from third chapter verse 28, 29 and 30. So let's start verse 28. तत्त्ववित्तु महाबाहो गुणकर्मा विभागयो गुणागुणेषु वर्तन्त इति मत्वा न सज्जते। तत्त्ववित्तु महाबाहो गुणकर्मा विभागयो गुणागुणेषु वर्तन्ते इति मत्वा न सज्जते। तत्त्ववित्तु महाबाहो गुणकर्मा विभागयो गुणागुणेषु वर्तन्त इति मत्वा न सज्जते। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Yes, Chandra.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु।
Hare Krishna.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। तत्त्ववित्तो महाबाहो गुणकर्मा विभागयोः गुणागुणेषु वर्तन्ता इति मत्वा न सज्जते।
Good.
हरे
Right,
कृष्णा प्रभु।
Mataji. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु। हरे कृष्णा माता जी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। तत्त्ववित्तु महाबाहो गुणकर्म विपाकयोः गुणागुणेषु वर्तन्ता इति मत्वा न सज्जते। हरे कृष्णा प्रभु।
Hare Krishna. Snigdha Maji.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी। हरे कृष्णा माता जी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। तत्त्ववित्तु महाबाहो गुणकर्म विभागयोः गुणागुणेषु वर्तन्ते इति मत्वा न सज्जते। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
Gunaguneshu Vartanda iti matva na sajjade. Right. Hare Prabhu.
हरे प्रभु।
Hare Krishna.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। तत्त्ववित्तु महाबाहो गुणकर्म विभागयो गुणागुणेषु वर्तन्त इति मत्वा न सज्जते। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Renuka Maji.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। तत्त्ववित्त महाबाहो गुणकर्म विभागयोः गुणगुणेषु वर्तन्त इति मत्वा न सज्जते। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. I can read the translation also.
One who is in knowledge of the absolute truth, O mighty armed, does not engage himself in the senses and sense gratification, knowing well the differences between work in devotion and work in fruitive results. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.
Verse 29. प्रकृते गुणसम्मूढा सजन्ते गुणकर्मसु तान् कृत्स्ना विदो मन्दान् कृत्स्नविन्ना विचालयेत् प्रकृतेर्गुणसम्मूढा सज्जन्ते गुणकर्मसु तान् कृत्स्ना विदो मन्दान् कृत्स्नविन्ना विचालयेत् प्रकृतेर्गुणसम्मूढा सज्जन्ते गुणकर्मसु तान् कृत्स्ना विदो मन्दान् कृत्स्नविन्ना विचालयेत्. Hare Krishna.
Okay, right. Yes, Chandra. Chandra, not there. Like Ravi. Krishna.
प्रकृते गुण सम्मूढ़ा सज्जन्ते गुण कर्मसु तान् कृत्स्न विदो मन्दान् कृत्स्नविन्न विचालयेत्. हरे कृष्ण.
Okay, right. Hare Krishna. Chandra. Right. Renugamaji.
प्रकृतेर्गुणसम्मूढा सज्जन्ते गुणकर्मसु तान् कृष्ण विदो मन्दान् कृष्ण विन्न विचालयेत्.
Right. Snigdhamaji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु प्रकृतेर्गुण सम्मूढाः सज्जन्ते गुणकर्मसु तन्न कृष्ण विदो मन्दान् कृष्ण भिन्न विचालयेत्. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी.
Hare Krishna. Hare Bol. Chandra. Okay, Snigdhamaji, you can read the translation.
Yes, Prabhuji. Bewildered by the modes of the material nature, the ignorant fully engage themselves in material activities and become attached. But the wise should not unsettle them, although these duties are inferior due to the performer's lack of knowledge. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Right.
Hare Krishna. Verse 30. मयि सर्वाणि कर्माणि सन्न्यस्याध्यात्मचेतसा निराशीर्निर्ममो भूत्वा युध्यस्व विगतज्वरा. मयि सर्वाणि कर्माणि सन्न्यस्याध्यात्मचेतसा निराशीर्निर्ममो भूत्वा युध्यस्व विगतज्वरा. मयि सर्वाणि कर्माणि सन्न्यस्याध्यात्मचेतसा निराशीर्निर्ममो भूत्वा युध्यस्व विगतज्वरा. हरे कृष्ण.
You're mute actually. I mean, Ariande, unknowingly, they don't know whether they are mute or not. Otherwise, they are not there. Okay, Ravi.
Yes, Hare Krishna. मयि सर्वाणि कर्माणि सन्न्यस्याध्यात्मचेतसा निराशीर्निर्ममो भूत्वा युध्यस्व विगतज्वरा. हरे
Krishna. Renugamaji.
मयि सर्वाणि कर्माणि सन्न्यस्याध्यात्मचेतसा निराशीर्निर्ममो भूत्वा युध्यस्व विगतज्वरः. हरे कृष्ण.
Right. Snigdhamaji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु मयि सर्वाणि कर्माणि सन्न्यस्याध्यात्मचेतसा निराशी निर्ममो भूत्वा युद्धस्व विगतज्वरः. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Okay, Chandra. Renukamaji, can read the translation.
Therefore, O Arjuna, surrendering all your works unto me, with mind intent on me, and without desire for gain, and free from egoism and lethargy, fight.
Right.
Sri Krishna.
Hey, hey Krishna. So let me read once more the translation of verse 28. One who is in knowledge of the absolute truth, Almighty Arm, does not engage himself in the senses and sense gratification, knowing well the difference between work and devotion and work for fruit of results. So here Krishna is speaking here. So in the last sloka, Krishna was saying that we are not the doer. The doer is the three modes of material nature. So now here, in translation, it's very clearly mentioned. So here we have to understand the difference between the work and devotion and work for fruit of results. That is the Sakama Kalma. So actually, we all the people in this world are trapped. In this world, are like in a jail, trapped in a jail. Trapped in a jail. So that is trapped in this material world. So now let's start with an example of a rat. So we usually, when we do have the disturbance of rat in our house, we do keep a cage to just throw it off. So similarly, we are also in a trap, in a cage in this material world. So here, if the rat is been trapped in that cage, it has no option to get out. It tries a lot with its teeth to just bite and get out of that cage, but it's not possible for it, right? But in our case, even if we are trapped in a cage, we have an option. Krishna has shown us a way to get out of this cage. So that is obviously the bhakti. So trapped in this material world means we are just after the sense gratification, we are after all our desires, just satisfying all our desires, and we have no time to do the seva of Krishna. So here we know that trap in the cage means trapped in this all sense gratification. So now we have the facility to get out of this cage, but we are not using it. So then we are in a great loss, right? Inside this cage, that is like we have to take the same birth and death cycle and have always to be in this world. And well, obviously we will not be that happy. We are always sad. If we are just gratifying one of our desire, then afterwards we'll just try to get we'll be after another desire to be gratified. So Krishna here is saying those who are intelligent. Note the point, those who are intelligent and clever, those people, they do know the difference between the work in devotion and work for the fruitive activities. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is a sloka, Atmendriya Prativacha Tare Balikam Krishnendriya Prati Icha Dhare Premna. So the meaning is the desire to gratify one's own senses is kama, lust. But the desire to please the senses of Lord Krishna is prema, love. So when we hear that, you might feel that how is it possible? Just work for Krishna, just always be after the work to please Krishna and not do anything for ourselves. Will we be happy? Such question might arise. So people do think that what if I do all the things for myself, I'll be like completely happy in this world. But instead, you are getting an opposite result. You will be in a great pain. So, but the actual thing is when you do the seva of Krishna, then you will be much more happier, double happier. Immediately you will be getting happier. So the example for this is like if we are growing a plant, and for that, if we are watering its branches and leaves and all, will that grow properly? No, it will automatically, we can understand the situation of that plant. But at the same time, if you are watering its root, then it will flourish, it will bear flowers, fruits and all. So similarly, and another example also, if we are just giving, if you want your hands and leg to be grown, if you are just feeding your hands and leg, will that will our hand and leg grow? No, we have to put that food into our mouth, and then it will go to our stomach, and through the process, that we'll get the energy, and it will be transferred to all the parts of our body. Similarly, when we are feeling thirsty, it's the feeling is like our throat will be completely dry. So is it enough that we are just pouring the water in our throat and our thirst will be gone? No, actually that dryness in our throat is coming when the amount of water in our body is less. At that time, we feel our throat is dry, and we just drink the water, and it is satisfied. Similarly, everything, our whole body is working like that. If we take the case of blood, oxygen, everything. So similarly, if we do the seva of Krishna, automatically, if Krishna is happy with our seva, we'll immediately get the happiness which we are searching after. We think that we'll get the happiness by just gratifying our senses. But no, if we are doing the service of Krishna, automatically 100% sure you will be happy in your life. So now when we take the next sloka, here in translation, bewildered by the modes of material nature, the ignorant fully engage themselves in material activities and become attached. But the wise should not unsettle them, although these duties are inferior due to the performer's lack of knowledge. So here Krishna is giving advice to his devotees. So here Krishna is saying, those who are ignorant, they actually act according to the trigunas. So here in Falpat, ignorant men think of the body as the self. They accept bodily connections with others as kinsmanship, the land in which the body is obtained in their object of worship, and they consider the formalities of religious rituals to be end in themselves. So actually, they think themselves as great. There is no there is no Lord, there is no Krishna, or like they just don't believe in all these things. They think all these things are foolish, and just they are believing this. They just go behind other things. But are they getting the actual happiness which they are searching? No, still they are sad. So here Krishna is advising us one thing, that just such as this ignorance, we devotees are not supposed to go to them and like say that okay, whatever you're doing is wrong, just don't you're not supposed to act like this, just do the service of Krishna. If you're just going and saying all those things to them, obviously we can just think what will be their reaction. They'll be angry. And so here Krishna is saying, just leave them. So similarly, such an experience I had just few days before in my college. It was a debate of seniors. So the debate topic was belief in Lord. So there was the seniors had to sit in two parts. Those who believe in Lord have to sit in one side, and just those who are against this have to sit at the other side. So the belief in Lord, in that section, there were very few people, just I think 4 or 5 of them. And other side, I could find a huge number of students sitting there. So, and the debate started, and it was, we can just think what all they are just going to say. It's just total rubbish, and all that topic was going on. So I was eagerly waiting for the other side of people to just wake up and just come and say. So one of these student, came and said, okay, whatever you all people are saying is okay, but for our means they are following or doing all these practicing all this just for like their mind to be controlled, and it's not like God is there, it's just for our mind to be controlled, to think like is all those means both the side were not that strong. Even the people who were believing in God, which they were saying, they had no answer, like have you seen God, and all such questions were arising. But even the people who are saying that they believe in God is just saying no, it's just for simply for our satisfaction, or a place to just share all our sadness and go and share. It was such a kind of thing. So and at the same time, when they were saying that yes, one student came and said yes, God is there, so and you have to believe in this, but she had no like other thing to prove, or had no anything to share that God is there, or that she didn't have that. So they became totally angry at her, and it like totally lasted. We can just think how it will last in this material world today's time if such debates are going on. So even Prabhupada in this purport, he is saying that just okay, whatever Krishna is saying is correct, just don't go after these people and ask them to follow all these and all. Prabhupada is accepting that, but still Prabhupada afterwards he is saying that but the devotees of Lord are more kind than the Lord, because they understand the purpose of the point of approaching ignorant men to try to engage them in the acts of Krishna consciousness. So the devotees of Krishna are ready to take that risk and bring all these ignorant people to Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, why Krishna is just instructing all these Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, the ignorance like us to come into Krishna consciousness. And similarly, even Prabhupada has also gone all over the world and changed many ignorant and brought them into Krishna consciousness, right? So at that time, Krishna was in anger, like just leave them. These people are not going to change, and that mood. But still, the what should we say? We are not supposed to take that in that correctly in that way. So it's our duty, the devotee's duty, to go and change them. Like, or if we just go to the people and say, okay, just you have whatever you're doing is wrong, and all of a sudden, if we are just going to say, automatically they are just going to be angry. But slowly and gradually, like by feeding them prasadam, and slowly it's possible for the devotees. So that is what here Krishna is saying. And one more important thing is the person who is just going to preach, the devotee who is just going to preach, even that person should have the belief in Krishna. If someone is coming and asking and totally questioning us, if we don't have that answer, and at last, even at times, if, with the influence of Maya, we also might think, okay, Krishna is not there, all these are rubbish. Such kind of thing, thought might not, should not come. We should have the total belief in that. And even if a reaction of the opposite person is in anger, we have to leave it. Okay, just leave it. Just don't, we are not supposed to react back. Slowly and gradually, it's our task. It's a task to change an ignorant person into, to bring him into the Krishna consciousness. So now, and at last in verse 30, that is one of the most important sloka. So in this sloka, let me read the translation before that. Therefore, O Arjuna, surrendering all your works unto me, with full knowledge of me, without desires for profit, with no claims to proprietorship, and free from lethargy, fight. So here, and from this sloka, we can understand why we are supposed to listen Bhagavad Gita, what is the purpose, why are we supposed to make others listen this, complete purpose of Bhagavad Gita is indicated in this sloka. So here Krishna is saying, surrendering all your works unto me with full knowledge of me. So do whatever you're doing, do it for me. Me in the sense Krishna. Leave other things, all those with knowledge. And another condition which Krishna is keeping, with knowledge of me. That is with knowledge of Krishna, with no desires for profit. That is no if I'm doing this, I want this instead of that. That kind of profit desires are not to be there. And just do the seva of Krishna with no claims to the proprietorship and free from lethargy. Fight. So here, fight means it's not that we are just supposed to just go and fight. Here, Krishna is asking Arjuna to just go and fight. That is do his duty. So similarly, even we are supposed to, we have to do our duties, and we also are supposed to do our duties. It's not that our duties are to be just totally abandoned and just do the service of Krishna. So here, in short, Krishna wants us to follow a kind of military discipline. So in our countries, any country's military discipline is the highest kind of discipline which is followed. If in that any kind of what should we say? Okay, in this discipline, the discipline has always to be kept. They are supposed to be complete. If that discipline is disrupted even a bit, then we can think what will happen. That completely that country might destroy. So, and they will be in a great loss. Similarly, even if we are doing doing the service of Krishna, we are in devotion, a discipline in that thing has to be kept with complete concentration. There is no kind of okay, for today I'm not just doing this, so that kind, all those things are to be avoided. For today I'm not just going to do the puja, or I'm not just going to offer this. If such kind of thing is there, then completely gone. We are in a great loss. It has to be done with complete concentration, with complete discipline. So now just think an army officer who has just gone for a fight, they are for a war. At that time, the army officer is just going. Then just think what will be that condition there. The opposite people will be coming and attacking, and everything goes. Just a small lack of concentration will disrupt everything. So in this military discipline, they have to completely, like, even if it is hot or even if it is cold, the weather is harsh, nothing there. Even if they are getting food, even not getting food, they are always to be completely alert and have to do their duty. So similarly, the Atma, that is, we also have to be completely alert. Otherwise, everything will go in a very wrong direction. So an example which we can just think for this is at the starting of COVID, we were completely alert with the mask. We were wearing 2 masks with gloves and PPE kit. We were completely alert at that time. So similarly, we have to be alert also in the Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, we'll be in dukkha, we'll be in doom. So to be happy, the way is already mentioned in the previous sloka, that is bhakti. By doing bhakti, automatically we'll be happy. That Krishna will give that happiness to us. So now, in case in this life, while doing the devotional service, if we are having any kind of problems in our life, that is from the previous example, even if the weather is harsh, it's cold or hot, whatever it is, you have the military people, though they have to continuously follow that discipline. Otherwise, they will be in trouble. Similarly, also in our case, in devotional service, we have to be completely alert when the problems are coming. okay, if we are just little bit trying to be getting easier there, then we'll be in trouble. So nowadays, many people do think that getting freedom will be completely happy in our life. Now, okay, it's a kind of level, just a level of happiness. Like if a country is getting independent, is that a country completely happy or sufficient, or no, just a kind of government is changing and they have to work after that. And many a times in history we can see that even after independence the country has this completely like not gone in that good way. So many people do think that okay, once I get complete freedom, that is freedom from Lord, I am just going to get complete happiness. But actually, are we going to get a complete freedom from Krishna? No, it's never ever possible. They just do think that okay, I'm just now freed from all these things and now I am happy. So for this, an example which we can take is a small child who is just a 2 or 3 years old. He just knows to walk, and almost some places, nearby places, he knows to go. So he's asking his father that okay, now I'll just go out by myself. I just don't want anyone with me. I'll just go out for shopping by myself. So just think that situation. And then okay, father is now allowing and giving him 100 rupees, and he by himself is going to a nearby place and having some kind of food, like okay, he's having pani puri. So now if he's buying and having it, it's really very hot. Immediately he's calling amma, amma, I want water, it's very hot. But at that time with him amma is not there. So at that time he realizes that okay, it will be only safe if I am with my parents. So similarly, we have to also be like what should I say, freedom is okay, but with a discipline. We have to follow that. We have to cooperate with whom, as for here it was example was child has to cooperate with his parents. Similarly, we have to cooperate with Krishna. So Krishna is the operator and we are the operator. So we have to do our duty by cooperating with Krishna, then automatically we will gain that happiness. So there is a small example for this, one small story. All the body parts, that's organs, had a meeting, had a round table conference. In that, all like ears, eyes, nose, everyone was participating in it. Instead, but they didn't invite stomach. They didn't invite stomach for this meeting. So in the there was a chairman for this meeting. It was Brain. Brain was the main person, that's chairman of the here. And here they were complaining in this meeting. All had only one complaint, that stomach is not doing any duty. He's just simply having the food. All the food is taken by him. We are working 24/7. We are working very hard. And at last, they have decided to go for a bandh. So all the organs had a hartal for quite a long time. And after 12 days, they had a review meeting. In that meeting, no one was saying anything. They didn't have the energy to speak. So they didn't have the energy. So they were saying, why are we not having the energy to speak and we are totally tired and all. So at that time, the chairman, that is the Brain, was saying, okay, actually the food, whatever is going to the stomach, it's processing it. And later on, after the process, the energy is absorbed and it's given to all of you. You're saying that it's only having the food and enjoying, but no, it's the main part. Without stomach, nothing is going to happen. All the energy is given to all of us by the stomach. So At last, okay, they had to surrender and say, okay, yeah, the stomach is one of the main person. Similarly, without Krishna, nothing, without surrendering unto Krishna, we are not just gonna be happy. We'll be totally weak with no energy in our life. So that's all. And now next thing, point here is there in this verses. Yeah, from the purport. Nirashri means that one who acts on the order of the master but not accept the fruit of results. The cashier may count millions of dollars for his employer, but he does not claim a cent for himself. Similarly, one has to realize that nothing in the world belongs to any individual person, but that everything belongs to the Supreme Lord. In this world, nothing is ours. We we have a tendency always to say that this thing is mine, this is mine, that is mine. We always have a tendency, so even in the case of a pen, we say that this is my pen, but actually are we the okay, I might have bought this with my money, but actually that money also belongs to us? No, everything in this world belongs to Krishna. So that is the real purpose of my or unto me. And when one acts in such Krishna consciousness, certainly he does not claim proprietorship over anything. So such a person does not say, okay, all these things are mine, this is mine. He always see that, okay, this is Krishna's. So, and not just saying that this is Krishna's, he also serves everything to Krishna. This consciousness is called nirmama, or nothing is mine. And if there is any reluctance to execute such a stern order, which is without consideration of so-called kinsmen in the bodily relationship, that reluctance should be thrown off. In this way, one may become vigata jvara, or without feverish mentality or lethargy. Everyone, according to his quality or position, has a particular type of work to discharge, and all such duties may be discharged in Krishna consciousness as described above. That will lead one to the path of liberation. So that's what, it's a very important chapter. Sorry, important verse. So yeah, that's all.
Right. Thank you. So, any clarification? Any questions?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I have a small doubt. Actually, in 3.28, in the purport, it is given that that last line. According to Srimad Bhagavatam, one who knows the absolute truth in three different features, namely Brahman, Paramatma, and the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is called the Tattvavid. So these three are the same. I think the three are almost same. There is no difference. I want to clarify what is the difference in between these three.
Actually, this verse is from Srimad Bhagavatam, which has been actually discussed in the second chapter, second verse. Tattvavitta Mahabaho. Sorry. Vadanti tat tattvavidas jnanam yajñaya madvayam brahmedi paramatmedi bhagavaniti shabdade. So absolute truth is understood in three features: Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. So Srila Prabhupada, in that verse, in that purport, he has given an example of sunshine, sun planet, and sun globe. The sunshine actually comes from sun only. But what we see, if you are sitting in a room, we see only sunshine. We don't see the sun planet. And we don't see the sun globe also. Superficial, if you sunshine is representing the Brahman aspect of supreme truth, and this sun planet is representing the Paramatma concept, a Paramatma feature. And the sun globe, or we can say the presiding deity of the sun. And every planet has got a presiding deity, sun god. That sun god is the Bhagavan feature. So although it looks same, the sunshine, sun planet, sun globe almost looks the same, we can understand that actually everything is coming from sun globe or the sun presiding deity of the sun only. So the Jnanis, they consider the Brahman feature is impersonal. It doesn't have any form. Like the sunshine, it isn't any form. Brahman realization is impersonal realization of absolute truth. Then Paramatma realization is the manifestation, partial manifestation of Krishna as Paramatma in a heart. That is a yogis, that is their yoga, their understanding. And the bhaktas, they understand the supreme truth to be a person, which is Bhagwan. So ultimately, everything is coming from Krishna only, the personal aspect of the absolute truth. That is made clear in 10th chapter, 8th verse, Hamsarvasya Prabhava. Everything actually coming from Krishna only. The Paramatma is his manifestation and Brahman is his effulgence. Brahman is his effulgence. In Padma Purana says the Brahma Jyoti is effulgence from his toenail. So ultimately, it's Krishna. Everything is coming from Krishna. That's why Krishna, Srila Prabhupada says the Tattvavid is a person who has understood that Vasudeva Sarvamidhi. Vasudeva is a source of everything, both Paramatma, Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. So Krishna represents, Krishna is all in everything, packed together. Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. But some persons, they don't understand that. They give importance only to the Brahman feature, impersonal feature only. They don't understand the personal features, so they reject the personal features. In Paramatma realization, they understand the Paramatma is there, but they don't render service to Paramatma. In the Bhagavan feature, the Bhakta understands Krishna to be supreme, and he doesn't limit with that. He gives service by devotion service. So the Bhakta is always active in rendering devotion service to Krishna. That's the difference between these Jnanis, Yogis, and Bhaktas.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. I mean, Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, it is the sloka number with
1.2.11. First canto, second chapter, 11th verse.
And 11th
Vadanti
verse.
tattvavidas
Okay.
tattvam yajnanamadvayam brahmedi paramatmedi bhagavan iti shabdyade.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Anuradha, you said that the debate was with seniors only, but you could have asked, you could request, I also want to debate.
Yes, Prabhuji.
No, Prabhu, actually, it was a competition, so we are not supposed
So
to
competition.
be.
Okay, after competition also, suppose after competition, do they not allow some people to speak? Okay, let the competition be there.
No.
They don't allow that also.
Have that.
Okay, right. Maybe next year you may be able to compete in the competition. Right. Thank you very much. Right. Chandra, you can render some Kirtan.
Okay.
Renukamaji, you said something? Renukamaji, you said something?
No, sorry.
Okay. Okay, Chandra, continue, please.
इतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंह परे नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह नरसिंहमतं शरणं प्रपद्ये तव करकमलवरे नाथा अल्बुदशंका ललिता हिरण्यकशिपो तनुभृङ्गा केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरहरि जय नरहरि जय नरहरि जय नरहरि जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल जय गौरा हरि बोल 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 ब्रह्मेर महाविष्णु जलंदम सर्वतोमुखम नारसिंहं कृष्णं भद्रं
भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् वीरं महाविष्णुं
जलंदं सर्वतोमुखं नारसिंहं विष्णुं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् जय नरसिंह जय नरसिंह जय जय श्री नरसिंह प्रहलादेश जय पद्माभृंग जय
श्री नरसिंह जय नरसिंह जय जय श्री नरसिंह
प्रहलादेश जय पद्माभृंग
शुद्ध भक्ति विनाशकारी श्री नरसिंह देव भगवान की वैष्णव शेष प्रणाम महाराज की
जय
पंचाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च
कृपा सिंधुभ्यैव पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
नंदकोടി वैष्णव वृंद की
जय
समाचार्य दास ठाकुर की शील प्रभुपाद की
जय
गो प्रेमानंदे।